Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well. I'm here to do a quick video response, a VR video to Steve. That is RetroRedSteve, who in turn I think he was picked by Mark GSG, or was it Howie the Games, to do one, and perhaps Mark was picked by someone further down the supply chain. But the VR is all around 5 games I just can't quit. So 5 games that you kind of keep coming back to regularly, kind of play, or ones that you're going to pick up along your gaming journey, and still, to this day, get a lot of kind of joy and satisfaction from. So I picked 5 games. I've tried to pick, I don't know if I completely succeeded, but 5 games that I don't regularly talk about through other top 5s, top 10s, pickups and other sorts of videos. So most of them hopefully are a bit new. I made a list. I tried genuinely not to overthink it, and then I looked at the list, and weirdly 4 of the titles were from 1993. So I'm going to completely reveal my age, but I would have been, what, 14, 15, which was a bit spooky, but maybe for me that was just kind of the golden age of gaming. But I kind of reflected a little bit more, and I lost one of them. In case you're interested in knowing what that game was, it's XWing, so Star Fox if you're in the US. And yeah, it was purely just to get down to the 5 number, albeit I've still got a lot of love for XWing, but not an easy challenge. And I've got a bit of paper because my memory is absolute toss. So yeah, I'm going to refer to that not just for the list of games, but moreover the 5 people that I guess I'm kind of going to tag to this video. It's up to them if they want to get involved. Then by all means, no bloody pressure. Life is busy, so yeah, no worries if you don't get around to it. But I picked 5 people. So yeah, 1993. What a year! So the first one is going to be XWing, and I had this on the PC. Massively into my Star Wars. Was massively into my Star Wars back then, and the game was just phenomenal. I didn't have the best PC. We had like a 286. I think my dad was bloody robbed when he went to, it wasn't PC World, it was like Time Computers or whatever, and he got this Olivetti. And it was just like 486s might have just been starting to appear. It was old for its time, and even more so than today. I think a lot of those computers, the hardware didn't last like too long. But anyway, he managed to kind of squeeze the power juice from it to play a bit of XWing. Amazing, particularly for the time. Great graphics, kind of polygon, graphics on the go. Nothing better than chasing down, some TIE fighters. Really kind of fluid. Gameplay as you're kind of chasing or attacking the enemy, or alternatively somebody got to protect some of the cruisers as you're going through. Nice little storyline, a ton of missions. I think kind of 3 tours of duty there are in it, and it's one of those, perhaps even now just through emulation on the old laptop, on the PC, just getting back into that game and really enjoying it. Nice little kind of mechanics on there. You had as well as the normal blast, you had some like fantastic the photon torpedoes, which kind of homed in on those evil Empire, particularly the TIE fighters and the TIE bombers, and also as well, I'm sure you can kind of like switch your energy between the engine and your shields. So if you're taking a bit of a battering, you can kind of switch it around a bit to kind of increase your front shields as you're going through. But yeah, absolutely corking game from 1993. Second one from 1993, again on the PC. The first point and click game I played. Interestingly, it's also a LucasArts game, such as I'm sure XWing was as well, but Day of the Tentacle, by the fantastic Ron Gilbert, who did or still is doing the Monkey Island series. But something really quirky about it. I managed to kind of chuck a little sound card into that 286 to get the speech happening. It was like playing at the time anyway, playing a cartoon. Not that many kind of sets. I think it's all set within the mansion, and it's a sequel to Maniac Mansion on the NES. But the slight twist on it is you're kind of travelling a bit Bill and Ted. You're travelling through time, so you've got the current day, and then you can kind of go back a couple of 100 years, and then you go forward a couple of 100 years, and you've got the evil kind of tentacle that's taken, I think, had a bit of a sip from the radioactive a river. It's just really silly, but a lot of good fun. There's a million ways that it can be played today. I think they're still, you know, remaking it, remastering it, but a very easy to game to get your hands on. And I completely forgot about my who I was going to tag. So let's very quickly go about X-Wing. Go with the Game Room, an absolutely fantastic channel. He's had a bit of a break from YouTube. I'm sure he'll be focusing on probably more important stuff in his life, I'm sure. But yeah, now kind of back in doing the odd vid, and like really fantastic. Yeah, guy. Was watching him pretty much since day one of me being on the tube. So the Game Room is the first one, and then for the second one, yeah, Day of the Tentacle is it's a quirky game and a fantastic tuber who puts out some very, in my opinion, quirky, very funny videos, and it's Mark Goes Blind Gaming, and I'll leave tags and links to all of these VODs in the description below. So the third one, surprised, I think it's appeared yet in other people's lists, and I've been trying again to steer away from other choices, because Street Fighter 2 would have been one, but I know Steve himself has grabbed that and possibly a few of the others. But third game's going to be Super Nintendo, Super Mario Kart. There's so much going on in this game, as well as just being a great racer. You've got the battle modes, you know, with the balloons. You have some multiplayer kind of aspect to it. You know, if you kind of, you know, as well as the Rainbow Road, you got, you know, the Bowser's Castle levels are just like freaking fantastic. You're doing a little jumps over the pools of lava and trying to navigate your way around. Nothing can be as satisfying as knocking out an enemy with a perfectly timed and perfectly aimed green shell, which is really cool. And in my opinion, it was that game was actually quite fair to play, and it, you know, if you genuinely did well when you were kind of building some distance away from the opponents, you know, had a bit of catching up to do. Not in the few, you know, the Mario Karts that followed, whereby regardless of how well you steered around the course, you always had someone up your ass and ready to take over, or if you do too good, you know, blue shell and all of that. You didn't have that crap with that game, and it's yeah, still a fantastic game today. Still a game I managed to get some kind of mates round, do a bit of multiplayer on that. Is super cool. So yeah, cracking game. Hope you agree. Third person I'm going to tag is a super tuber, Thundermoose, and yeah, again, someone I've been, you know, watching vids on for a while. Always very, you know, creative vids, very well produced and curated. He's got a fantastic new series at the moment about when Atari ruled the world. So I think he's over 2 or 3 episodes into that series. So go and check that channel out if you haven't done so already. Really cool. At this point, I'm going to flip over my my little bit of paper with the list, and we have got, it can only be 5, only a couple more. So the next one, yeah, it's not 1993. The year is 2001. It's kind of post-college days for me. I'd had my GBA, my Game Boy Advance. Loving the Game Boy, that next kind of iteration of it, and the game itself is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, and yeah, just pure escapism. I think, you know, bearing in mind it's now over 20 years old, still plays really well on the handheld, and whenever I've got like a modded screen or even the analog pocket, it is one of those go-to games which I'll pop in and I'll just, yeah, it's really cool. Whether or not you want to play it, say seriously, for whether or not you want to kind of play it with challenge and do like the challenge modes, or alternatively if you just want to do free skate, it's yeah, it's an absolute kind of, you know, belter of the game. And I think with the, you know, playing in handheld mode, it does look really nice, and it sounds really cheesy, but you do feel more connected to the skater, the little skater on the screen. And yeah, link to this one. So this particular tuber, I've seen him on a mobility scooter, but never on a skateboard. So I'm going to pick Rogi Retro Gamer, and will be the next tag in this video. And then the final one, I'm kind of jumping a few years forward, that's for sure. And the main version, the main console I played it on, the system I played it on, it's on the Switch, and this game is The Witcher 3. And yeah, it's fantastic action, you know, RPG, you know, huge worlds, a lot of, you know, depth to it, you know, a gazillion side missions and the main storyline and the characters. It's really, really, yeah, really well done. Even on the Switch, I think it looks, you know, it looks pretty decent. Obviously, it hasn't got it's not the powerhouse of some of the other systems. I think I've got it on the Xbox as well, and it's, yeah, a lot better on that. But on the Switch, it's pretty cool. Yeah, ton of enemies. Yeah, really, really, you know, interesting stuff. And in fact, it got me into. I need to watch a second series of it, but The Witcher on Netflix. I thought that was pretty cool, pretty well done. And on that one, I don't think I'm going to be able to make a tenuous link to The Witcher without offending the guy, so I won't. But my final tag is going to be Glenn from Galloway Gaming 75. So yeah, if you're up for the challenge, Glenn, would love to hear of your 5 games. And that's it, guys. So yeah, all the best. If you haven't done so already, you like the choices in this video, or you just want to leave a, you know, comment or a like, please, you know, subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you very, very soon. Cheers, RetroRedSteve, for the tag. All links again will be in the description to this video, and I will see you all on the next one, hopefully very soon. Cheers.